Dr. Mercer has advised
well, I think no. With death bums me out, and I have definitely
understatement of the
right,
decade.
Right, but like. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Matt just wants everything, and he wants to live in slow motion. He will not rest until he stasises everything around him.
My life is a slow-mo guys video. Another YouTube reference.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
piss off. I gotta like, oh, yep, yeah, okay.
Wait, which of us is Dan, then?
That's good.
I mean, I argue that I'm the dumb one.
But I feel like
you know what? Yeah, you're the handsome one. You're definitely Gavin.
You think so? I was gonna say I think I'd be more willing to do the stupid shit.
That's true.
Like, hey, just like there's the one where he like.
Hey, look, we all tortured ourselves a little bit at Extra Life.
Yeah.
Which I really need to make a decision on.
Which, yeah, I mean,
you're gonna get cut from behind. There you go.
If I shoot him first. Which, yeah, you know, we're not gonna say yes or no on that, but you know, be sure to look out if we do Extra Life.
Yep. I think that's a node door to your right. See that other thing there? You pop that, and you have to confirm it.
Oh. For what?
Because nodes are fucking expensive. They're 10 grand. You gotta make sure you want to spend it to unlock. Alright.
I've not run out of ammo yet.
Let's see how we do. Yeah, you've been... Certainly not right now.
Yes.
A bunch there. Another schematic of something. Line Rex. Okay, so that's the ammo for the line gun.
Is that the next gun I'll probably be buying?
You're probably gonna unlock more by the time you get to the store. There's an achievement in this game for using just the handgun through the whole thing, so it's doable. You really kind of got to make a decision on what weapons you like. So, I mean, we'll leave that to you when you get to it. Oh, you still actually have another note too. That's good.
Excuse me, bodies.
Just
don't mind me.
Don't bother stepping over him. Isaac does not give a shit.
No, he doesn't jump either. Not a single nimble bound. At least it won't let me.
Audio log?
Hello?
Hello?
Can anybody hear me? My name is Eileen Fisk. I just woke up in here and everybody was gone. I don't know what's happening. Why did they all leave? I'm going to try and find someone. If you can hear this, please come for me. I can hear scratching in the wall. Hello? There. Are you a doctor?
That is a horrifying scenario to be a part of, like, you know, like the intro to Walking Dead or whatever. You just wake up in a hospital and everyone's gone and shit is clearly fucked. You are very not nonchalant about what your situation right now. Alright, this is going real well. Alright.
Shit!
Maybe you should, like, run and get around them. There we go. Around.
So, that couldn't go any worse. So anyway, what about being? Yeah.
I don't even remember. Just waking up into like a horror scenario. Like I agonize over that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. At any point, I feel like I will actually be in the zombie apocalypse.
I tend to be a very paranoid individual.
So shit like this doesn't help.
That's the weird thing. It's like, if I can get real for a moment here.
Real talk.
Like, no, but I mean, like, seriously.
Real talk.
No, but I mean, like, this is, you know, kind of personal, but, like, for like,
Bad fucking mirror.
Yep. I mean, you're only really up the hallway. But, how?
Your button was.
You have him sufficiently slowed. So, what the hell was I talking about? So, anyway, so, like, real talk here, like, I don't sleep great. And most of that came from apnea, I come to learn, but I also would get, like, nightly anxiety attacks. I still get them. I mean, you have Facebook, you see my almost 2 a.m. annual post freak out. It's mainly just because I'm trying to get the thought out of my head.
Right.
But I am a big struggler of, like, death anxiety.
Oh, right.
Like, I agonize about it a lot. Like, I'm constantly, if I'm not thinking about it and getting terrified of the unknown, I'm I guess fantasizing or romanticizing. Like, is this just, maybe this is just me, but, like, do you ever think about, like, what will happen to, like, the people you know post you passing away?
Yeah, it bums me out.
Like, I will often kind of think about, like, will people show up at my funeral? Like, I mean, sorry to bring down
we'll go that route,
the laugh and cheer, but I mean, it is something that I often, kind of agonize over. It's just like, and like, depending on how shitty my mood is that day. I'm not going to take a stab down that long hallway anymore.
I went that way?
Yeah, that was where the 4 things killed you.
Yeah, definitely not.
Okay.
Fuck that. We're going to go with this guy. He's having a bad day, too.
She's just... Oh!
Oh!
She just cut her throat with a knife.
Why?
She's like, I'm not talking to this guy. Fuck this shit.
Yeah.
But no, I like, for lack of a better word, I will fantasize that sort of thing. Yeah. And because of it, like, I tend to get pretty jumpy or uneasy around, like, the concept of dying. Like, that's why we recently had someone pass, and I looked like I was furious the entire funeral because I was just trying not to think about it.
Yeah.
However, then I sit down with, like, almost exclusively horror games and JRPGs mainly, but, like, all these horror games, and, like, this kind of, like, excessive gore does nothing.
Yeah.
I don't feel a thing. I just play it, I'm like, oh, this is part of a video game. It's not weird. So it's like desensitizing and not desensitizing. You're out of stasis. Yep.
Does that kill him?
Took 4 shots. He seems to be down.
Well, I think with death bums me out, and I have definitely
understatement of the decade.
Right, but like what I mean by that is I've found myself. Walking Dead is an example. We both watch Walking Dead or any show. Yeah. Somebody dies in that episode. That, like, I'll be just upset about that.
Oh no, there are some that are emotionally crushing.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to give a spoiler, but let's say the end of the last season in the hospital, where
the fuck is that thing?
Where who got killed out of the blue.
Yes.
And everyone was pretty sad that it happened, and I was like, but it came so out of nowhere. I was just like, I was heartbroken by it. But I mean, like I've talked about this before, I get very emotionally invested in stories.
Yeah, me too.
So like Undertale, as I've mentioned that 1 billion times, Undertale is just very. Yeah, he's still alive. The ones that are darker are a lot harder to, the dark with red eyes, they're a lot harder to kill.
This guy's just fucking having so much more.
He is.
Woo!
You get him?
Messy.
Alright, good. He made another one.
Yeah, great.
Oh shit. But yeah, no, like something like Undertale, I get really emotionally invested in it, so like there's like for a while on my Twitch there was me openly weeping. Not weeping, but like I'm just doing doing the laugh and then like rubbing my eyes because I'm very clearly crying at the scene.
Yeah. Not crying, you're crying.
It's like, they're bugging my eye or something.
You have these allergies.
Yeah, right. I should use the allergy excuse. I actually have allergies.
I think, well, like Walking Dead, or like I remember even like reading like I remember back in like middle school I was reading some book, Rarity.
I know, right? Wow, that's weird.
But I remember like I literally like that book ended and I like was just sitting in my basement and crying my eyes out.
God.
My dad comes down, he's like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" I'm like, I can't even. Like, this might be the stupidest statement I'm about to say. Like a character died in a book.
Dude, no, that's fucking my friends here. They got me to read the Dresden Files, which if you haven't read them, they're actually a really good series of books. Okay. It's basically this modern fantasy, urban fantasy. He's a detective, but he's also a wizard in Chicago, and pretty much anything in fantasy that exists. So my friends are getting me to read these books, and I am rifling through them. Like at one point, I banged out like 3 in a week.
Okay,
like I read them, and they were really like our buddy Bob was telling me he was waiting for me to read one of them.
Because he knew.
Yeah, one of them was changes. Because for the most part, they're kind of formulaic. Shit still goes wrong in the series, but like, I'm more or less, things you find a way to make things work out. So we get So I get to this most recent one, and the good guy still kind of wins. But it's one of those wins where, like, nobody is happy.
Right.
And then just...
It's like, at what cost?
Shit just super compounds, hit after hit after hit. And the book ended, and I was just like, I don't want to read the next one. Like, I was so, like, emotionally ruined. I was like... And I, like, started to read the couple of pages of the next one, I'm like, I don't care anymore.
Right.
I don't want to keep reading this. This fucking sucks. I was like legitimately angry. Yeah. And then he goes and they have a group chat for everyone who's all caught up in the books. And they're like, yeah, that book really messed up Chris. He doesn't want to read the rest of them. I literally had to put them down for a while so I could get myself mentally prepared to get back into reading this series. And eventually things sort of straightened out because, you know, it's urban fantasy.
So we talked about, like, so, I mean, we're going to try to get away from that talk.
Yeah, seriously, we gotta.
But there was... It was the King Kong movie. I'm going somewhere with this.
Alright.
So, there's like a scene...
The
like
Peter
the newer
Jackson
one.
one.
The Peter Jackson one. And there's like a scene where they fall off this tree branch, like Kong throws them off, and they're in this like pit, and a bunch of like these giant bugs come out.
Okay.
And one guy, the way he gets killed is that like there's these like worm monsters. 4 of them grab him by each limb, and then the last one comes over his head. And I'm like, that couldn't be a worse way to die. To see your death literally closing over your head. I'm like, God, that's fucking like that may not look gory. It's not. There's no gore because it's a PG-13 movie. But the thought of that is like one of the worst death scenes I've ever thought of.
Fucking Assassin's Creed did that with one of their trailers for I want to say it was Unity.
Okay.
It was the one with the French Revolution.
Yes.
And basically it shows the trailer is a POV perspective of some noble.
Is this my skill grade right now? A C+?
Yeah, right. It's POV perspective, and this guy's like at a meeting and they're talking like he's talking to Templars and things are happening, and then like people start like soldiers bust in and then fights start to break out. You see the guy kind of running. And, like, he's escaping, and the assassins are crashing through the window, and this guy's running and escaping. Eventually, it leads to him going outside, where he gets swarmed by an angry mob, and they're beating him, and they're kicking him down on the street, and they're, like, you see, like, his hands, like, hit the ground, and his head gets yanked back. And then, like, the screen, like, kind of goes red around it, and you see the body fall in front of it, and then it picks it up, and then he's hoisted up over the crowd, and then the camera pans around, and you realize that you're POVing, that you can still see after the dude's been beheaded.
Oh my God.
And then it starts to fade to black. I was like, Jesus, that was fucking dark. Because they've done tests on that.
Yeah.
Like with beheading to see if people still can react while that happens. And that to me is like the most horrifying way to go. Because like you get beheaded and then you have like 10 to 15 torturous seconds of knowing you're fucked.
Yeah.
And painfully knowing you're fucked.
That's crazy.
Like drowning is in that same vein. It's just like, alright, this seems like it's a little bit of a short episode.
But we promise
this seems like a good place to stop this one.
We'll come back with a positive
and stop having this conversation. So, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to Matt's channel. We probably should have been doing that in every one of these videos.
Yes.
Subscribe to Ask for Fly. Subscribe to Fruit Snack Attack. And we will see you on the next one.
Later, guys. Woo! Posy vibes, we promise.
Right.